I'll do. It's Rick T and Billy Dog. And we're out for an adventure again. Friday night, and it's nearly going dark already. Billy's on lead, so it's a bit of a pest. He's pulling me a bit because there's a pheasant up here. Proper taking piss out of us. And he hates pheasants. So he's yanking me now. It's like a sled dog. So he wants to get chasing these pheasants. But we're out. Fantastic to be out. But there's no doubt it's going to be a tough night. The weather's a bit skanky. It's set to get skankier. I've no sleeping bag. With no tent. We're in a natural shelter. I'm going to share Billy's bedding. He has his own setup, so I'm going to cuddle up with him in his bedding. I'm chasing the light and the rain. It's starting to rain now, so I'm going to get into this forest over here. The light's fading already as well. Yeah, it's going to be entertaining anyway. We're going into this forest over there. Yeah, it's always a great adventure though, isn't it, eh? We bloody love it, don't we? And it's always good to test your skills a bit. So this is going to be my bed for night. Oh, it's been chucking it down. Now I made this week with students from work, with lads from work, and yeah, I've done a good job. Could do with being a little bit thicker on top. Ideally you want this 18 inches thick, fingertips to elbow. I've made these before. I'll put a link in the video above of an old video I made from start to finish of making one of these. But yeah, basically it's a Debri shelter. It's a sort of shelter you want it to keep you warm without a fire ideally, where it's just the heat from your body which gets trapped by this debris. So it's not a massive shelter, it's just big enough for you to get in there. Me and Billy will get in here later on, and we're going to get wrapped up. It's been chucking it down, and there isn't enough on there. The water's come through, I can see. So this is your typical survival bag. Yeah, underneath there is spruce boughs. This is just full of debris. So to give you that padding, because a lot of the time you're going to get cold. Yeah, it's from the floor. You know what I mean? You need to be insulated from the floor, or else the heat is just going to be sucked out of you if you're just led straight on that floor. So by having this, that's my insulation from the deck. I've also got Billy's bedding, which I'm going to be on with him as well. So, but like I say, the rain has been coming through. It was hammering it down before, and I can see it's a little bit damp in there. So I've got a poncho in there for my waterproof. I'm probably going to chuck that over the top as well to give me, because it's forecast to hammer it down 90%, to be chucking it down from 11 o'clock tonight. It might come in earlier, so I know it's going to be a bit of a wild wet night. Not a lot of cover over us, but yeah, so entertaining, so it's going to be fun. But I need to get a fire going as well, and everything's skanky and wet, but I've got my survival type kit, you know what I mean, my lighter and my inner tube and stuff like that. All my cheap ways of getting a fire going if you need to get a fire going quickly. But yeah, let's get the camp set up a bit anyway, yeah? Yeah, it's good firewood, that. Oh, no messing today. Little bit of rubber inner tube. Yep. Split these sticks down. Lighter inner tube. No messing about. Everything's skanky wet through. I know it might be a bit of cheating bushcraft wise and all the rest of it, but it's a good survival technique. Always carry a bit of rubber wrapped around my lighter. This is a different one. I've got one in my pocket now with quite a bit of rubber wrapped around it. Split all these sticks down. So normally, depending what sort of woodland it is, I'd have a big bundle to put on here. But yeah, not as easy in here. Everything is proper soaking. So we're going this way. We'll get it going like this. Seems to like that wood anyway, so fair. Good boy, Billy. You alright, big lad? Eh? Yeah, good boy. It's going to be your bed after. You alright? Don't get in it. Good boy. Good boy. You lie down there. Good lad. Good boy, Billy. He's a good lad, isn't he? In his little bed, chilling out. He loves a good shelter, does Billy? Yeah, this is the torch I was going to tell you about. I've been using it for a couple of weeks, so it's not a long-term review by any means, but it's a really good bit of kit. It's a Trustfire H6R, and I'm really enjoying using it. It's comfortable. It reminds me a bit of the Phoenix ones, which are quite expensive. You know, you pay 130 quid for a Phoenix one, but used for caving, but it's got a similar body. Similar operating. It's dead easy to operate, no faff. You know, it's got various settings. It's on a low setting there. Next setting up. Hang on. So low. Next setting. Well, I'm on other mode. Hang on. Right, we'll go back to initial mode. So low, which is your normal use. Next setting, number 3. And then number 4, which is 1350 lumens. So it's a good old light. It lights the forest up. It's great. So then you just rotate back down. There's 4 of them. Back to your low mode. Yep. So if I turn it off now, press it and hold it, turn it off. Hang on. So it's off. So then when I put it back on, it'll go to your last mode, which is the low one again. So medium, strong, and then blast it out. So I'll go back to my low one, and then you've got another mode. So if I press it and hold it for a couple of seconds, it'll go on to your second mode, which is your red lights and your emergency flash, etc. So if I press it for about 3 seconds, 1, there. So that's your emergency, your flashing. Yep. You've got your red light, your constant red light. Yep. And then your 2 other beams, low and medium. So you can have it on that setting and operate on that. Flashing, red, low, and the next one's medium. Or you can just knock it straight back over. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm on me low, medium, next one, and so it's a good, really good bit of kit. Yeah, and even on that low light, it's nice, and it angles up and down dead good. Yeah, it's a good bit of kit. And like I say, I've only had it a couple of weeks, but I've used it a fair bit, you know, and it's I like it. I think these are about $70 or something like that, which equates like not a bad price really for a good torch. So close up, that's the body. So you've got full rotation both ways. So loads of movement in that. And then these sides, when you want to recharge it, you wind that out like that, and it'll display the charging port. See the charging port there? And this has got a rubber seal on it, so it's waterproof. So a decent level, you know what I mean, you can't go diving in it or anything, but it's waterproof to a decent level. This side's where the battery is. You don't have to take the battery out to recharge it, but obviously if it went, you would do, to replace it. But you get a spare seal as well with it, you know, in case this seal goes in there. But yeah, it's a good bit of kit, you know. Really nice edge strap that's comfortable. Got this rubber gel bit on it that sticks to your hat or your helmet or whatever. But yeah, I'm liking using it. Yeah, I am. It's a decent bit of kit. Yeah, it is. It's alright. It's a decent bit of kit. Tell you what, I've got a bit of Swiss roll, chocolate Swiss roll, and a bit of custard. We'll get that on in a minute. Not cold tonight though. I'll be alright sleeping without anything. You think it would be cold, wouldn't you, this time of year? But it's not, it's alright. I'll be right. I'll be right, keeping me out next to Billy. It's just the water, do you know what I mean? It's forecast to stay absolutely bouncing down all night as well, so that's the issue, innit? It's the water. Hey, you alright? You good boy? Hey? Good boy? Beautiful, aren't you? Hey? Let's get my brew out. Get my brew out at way. And we'll get this custard on. Shove my brew over there. Oh, should be alright there. Look at that. My knees are drying out. Smart, innit? You hear that owl then? You hear it? A tawny owl. It really has been a cool night. Just chilling out around campfire. Couple of brews. Some chocolate Swiss roll and custard. My pasta. Been dunking a few biscuits and sharing them with Billy. Aren't we, Billy? Hey, you alright? You're a good boy, aren't you? Hey, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. Beautiful, aren't you? So yeah, it's been a good night. I'm going to square away all my gear soon. I'll any of this wood that's out here, this dry wood, what I've not used by end at night, I'll stash it in this shelter for morning. Get everything packed in my rucksack so there's no just knocking about. I know where everything is and I can keep it dryish. That rucksack's probably going to end up living outside and I'll just have to dry it out, but I'll get my gear in it and what have you. I might use it as a doorway, but I don't think it's going to be that cold that I'm going to need to block myself in, you know. I mean, I know I'm sat right next to fire and it's been a belting fire, but I've only got my thermals on at the minute. I've not had my coat on, you know, so I'm going to chill out for a bit longer, maybe have another brew, square everything away, and then we'll get in with pit, eh, Billy? We get cuddled up in that shelter. Are we going to get cuddled up in that shelter? We will, won't we? And we'll go bobos. You want to go bobos? Want to keep Daddy warm? Yeah. Be smart, won't it? Eh? And then we'll get up early, Billy. Eh? Maybe 5 o'clock. Maybe 5 o'clock. Maybe get up at 5 in the morning. Eh? Have some bacon and eggs in the rain, no doubt. And then go for a walk to top at Fell. Eh? Or visit that trig point and chase some pheasants. Does that sound like a plan? Does that sound like a good plan? Yeah, yes. Sounds like a proper good plan, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's what it's all about, innit? But yeah, at the minute, it's been blooming fantastic. It's been fine, hasn't it, Billy, eh? Bit of drizzle, aren't we? And then it's just been blooming spot on. But so still. Yeah, we love it, don't we, eh? We love it with a passion, don't we, eh? Yeah, we love it. This is the best bit, this chilling melt fire, innit? It's ace, innit? Yeah, can't beat it. Good boy. You got it. That's us, innit, Billy, eh? Eh? It'd be alright, that. Very good boy. Very good boy. Yeah, that's us anyway. We're in with Pit now, so he's ace, isn't he? The top dog, isn't he? My #1 adventure buddy. He loves it. You want to hear him snoring. He gets snuggled up and he's in his element. So hopefully the heavens don't open up too much. We don't get too wet. But we'll be up bright and early anyway. A couple of hours before light, I would have thought. But you never know. We'll see. And but yeah, we're going to get our head down now. Get cozied up. And yeah, we'll snuggle down and get a bit of kip, eh, Billy? He's ace, isn't he? Anyway, I'll see you at morning. Alright, see you at morning. See you later. He's a good lad. Yeah, it's I can safely say it's a lot colder now. It's definitely warmer inside this shelter. You get outside here for a pee, it's cold, yeah. So, but it's definitely warmer in here. It's early hours at morning. Well, very early, but it's bloody cold now. Wind's picked up and it's raining. So yeah, I'm trying to share Billy's body heat as much as I can and get him snuggled up. But I've just been out for another was and it's cold. The weather out there is pretty wild, to be fair. Yeah, shelter's holding up at the minute, like, but yeah, it's doing a bloody good job. Tell you what, big difference from being led outside with no sleep gear. You know, being in here just in your clothes and what have you is a lot warmer than being out there. Plus the wind's blowing and it's chucking it down now, and it's I wouldn't say it's warm in here, but it's a lot different than being outside there. Yeah, it's definitely the difference in between you know, getting hypothermic and surviving. We made it through night. Bloody hell. I'll tell you, it were a cold night though. You know, we out a big sleeping bag to get in, but it was alright. It did the job, didn't it, Billy? Billy was alright. Thank God for Billy, my little hot water bottle. But yeah, it put some blooming rain down and that wind picked up big time. But yeah, it's fantastic though, eh? Absolutely fantastic. if you've never kicked in a natural shelter, yeah, get it done, get it done. It's a great experience, and it's good to rough it every now and then, innit, eh? Eh? My own bones could feel it a bit, but but yeah, it's good to rough it. And I'm going to spark this fire up in a minute and get a brew on. Need a brew, don't we, eh? It's always worth having a plastic bag or two in your kit. Managed to stash me wood in this plastic bag last night. Oh mate, try and get a brew on and all, eh? Get a brew going, eh? Oh yeah, first brew at day. Sun should start coming up soon. Bloody love that first brew at day. Need it, don't you? Some scrambled eggs and some bacon on, eh Billy? Hey, we're gonna go off with me? Eh? Or thirds? What do you reckon? Do you want a third and I'll have 2/3? Or I've had to give Billy 2/3 and I'll have a third? I think you deserve 2/3, don't you Billy, for keeping me warm last night? Hey lad? Don't you? Eh? Tell you what, we'll go halves, eh? Hang on, don't go nicking that bacon. We'll go halves. Yeah? Good lad. Come on, get your dish. Get off that bacon, come away you. You'll have some in a minute. Like, it's a good job I brought this. I had this out poncho in my bag. Definitely the amount of rain that it came down last night. Yeah, 100% made a big difference. Like I say, that really wants to be twice as thick, wants to be up here, all over, if you want to stay dry. But it did a good job, kept me warm-ish. Browse bed emptied. Yep, so we're on with it, clearing everything up. Get everything squared away. Oh man, that was a good little mission, that. Enjoyed it. Definitely not a relaxing camp out in your tent with a nice inflatable mat and a good sleeping bag and a nice spacious tent. A different kettle of fish than that. So yeah, we're all squared away. Fire pit's gone. No sign of fire pit. Oh, plastic's gone. Everything else. I think I'm going to leave this up. You know, we're out of the way here. It's alright, but it's not a well trodden place. But it'd be alright for somebody to bring their kids, won't it? You know what I mean? If anyone's up here walking dogs and walking kids and that, they can come up here and have a mess with it and what have you, get a few photos, you know what I mean? Chill out. So I'm going to leave it up for them. I say it's one of them. Usually I take them down. Occasionally I'll leave them up. But I'll leave this one up here. If I come back and there's rubbish where people have been coming and leaving crap everywhere, I'll take it down. But for the minute, I'll leave it up. But yeah, what a top little trip. And yeah, let's have a mooch into this fog, eh? See what it's like in forest. Be fantastic, be atmospheric, won't it? It's seen some rough action, this pack on this trip. Hey, my axe will need a bit of little bit of TLC. What a fantastic trip! Yeah, loved it. So thanks for joining us, Rick T, Outdoor Adventure, and Billy Dog, and we've had a top night. So I hope you've enjoyed that. A couple of little survival skills, you know, the Debri shelter, and like I say, there'll be a link to a full build of one that I've done in the past as well. That one, like I say, I did it with a group, so every credit to lads who I work with, who helped me build that this week, and quick browse bed, so fantastic. But like I say, it's not like sleeping in a tent, it's a different kettle of fish. It's a rougher night, but it'd keep you alive, wouldn't it? And it was cold last night out and about, but in there it was still cold in there, but nothing like it was. If I'd have just been under a tarp without any sleeping bag and all my kit, just in my clothes like I was, it'd have been cowed out and about, you know what I mean? I probably wouldn't have got any sleep, you know what I mean? You'd have been blooming, you'd have been shivering all night near enough because it were fresh. But that took the edge off, it did the job, and yeah, I enjoyed it. So anyway, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you again real soon. See you in a bit. Ta-ra.